Hello everybody, Monday morning, and it's a sunny one here in the UK. Well, where I am in the UK anyway. Am I a nasty person by nature? No, I'm not. But when there's something that needs to be said, I'll normally say it. Often that's, no, not often, but there have been a few times when I've done things or said things that really somebody handed me the gun, put the bullet in the gun, handed me the gun, and I've fired it, so to speak, without thinking about the consequences to myself. But the videos I've made recently regarding Tom Mills, I think it needed to be said. I think there's a sense of entitlement ingrained into that gentleman, which means that he needs to be more informed, he needs to be more intelligent, he needs to be more alert, and he needs to have more and more. So not only is he unscrupulous and dishonest, I would say that he's very grasping also. I don't like to say these things, but I don't like to see people being ripped off either, and their kind hearts and generous nature being taken advantage of. This sense of entitlement also comes from a channel that was Andrea's channel. She started the channel, she built the channel up, she focused on the everyday life of the children, and now the focus seems to be on what they need. A pity party for Tom when he needs support of loyal subscribers, and he gets it. And then when he's got a woman in tow, the loyal subscribers are just a pain in the backside, really. And that's how it is. I think that the bee in my bonnet started when I first started YouTube, not long after, and there was a woman, a lady, she was a lady, and she was giving to a family for the children. I think they were short of furniture, they were short of a lot of things, and this lady sent clothes that she'd purchased and other stuff, and sent money also. And blatantly, the father of that family came onto YouTube because he literally took $50 bills out of an envelope, and you know, he was going out to spend them, and he went and he spent them on DVDs, I believe, Blu-ray, and other stuff. That money was to buy, I think it was to buy a bed for one of the kids. And I spoke out about that quite vehemently at the time, and I was attacked for speaking out. Maybe it's because I'm a Libran, you know, the scales of justice, and I need to say what needs to be said. So I hope Tom takes heed, and I hope he takes it in the vein that I'm not malicious, but I think these are things he needs to hear, because he needs taking down a peg or two or three. The other thing I want to say is regarding his biggest fan. Let's call her Kathy Bates out of the film. Tom Mills' biggest fan. This woman, who has 3 young daughters and a husband, I believe, who's a blue-collar worker, and a stepson. This woman is on every single live stream that Tom does. She can answer any question. She could go on Mastermind and her subject could be the Mills family because she knows everything about them. I don't know what her husband makes, what sort of wage or salary he gets. But in addition to providing for a wife and 3 children, he's also providing a lot for the Mills family because his wife is constantly purchasing stuff for them. Before I go into that, had I been an aunt to those children, and with money being limited and buying them each a nice gift for Christmas and their birthdays, I would be incensed at some stranger coming in and spending about, I don't know, $100 on each child, on each present, on each child and Tom. That's 10 birthday presents, 10 Christmas presents. That's what? That's $100 a go. That's $2,000 a year just there. And of course, even the koi fish get a look in because she sends fish food. And the only reason I know this is when Tom said, "Oh, that's from Kathy Bates, the fish food she sends." You know, it's laughable in one way, but it isn't laughable. No, it isn't. Because she went on to, and the reason I know this is because somebody told me, that she went on to someone's Facebook page. I think it was Tom's mother, I'm not sure. And said that she wished her husband was 10% of the man that Tom is. That's a disgusting thing to say. Unforgivable. Your husband is very much a man. I don't see him on YouTube begging. He's looking after you. He's looking after the 3 children. And he puts up with you. I bet he wouldn't put up with you if he knew what you were spending on another man and his children. Wonder if you could be the new girlfriend. I doubt it, but it's a thought, isn't it? So, I'd like to make a couple of suggestions, if I may. I really would like the best for those children. As Tom said in the last video, last but one video, I haven't watched the last one yet, he could end up with 15,000 dolls. If everybody sent a doll for the girls, and I guess that's right. He could end up with 73,000. That's how many subscribers he's got. And it's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Everybody sending something, and the children aren't even getting most of the gifts. They're being given away, so he says, or donated. I can understand, if you were a fan of Andrea's, I can understand that you would want to do something for her children. And you are doing something. You're doing something by watching the channel. And he gets money from the from AdSense, which I don't have. Haven't monetised. I may do, I don't know, at some point. But he gets money that way. And some fella has done a video. You can look for it. I don't even know his name, but he's done a video remarking on how much Tom gets a month, and it would be enough for him to stay home a couple of days a week. But of course, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to drive around and do his computer jobs and go for his bike rides and sleep in his hammock and pay attention to his girlfriend. But I can understand people wanting to do something for the kids. And I've got a couple of suggestions. This goes against the grain because the GoFundMe was meant to help the children, and it's clearly not going towards things that are needed, like the one child's braces, and he needs them. And he needs them now, before he gets much older. He needs them now. So my suggestion would be, if you're great friends with Mr. Mills, to ask if there's a way in which you can donate directly to the orthodontist in order to pay for those braces. And any monies left over can go towards treatment that the other children may need in future, because I'm sure there will be more treatments. That's one suggestion, rather than parcels. The other suggestion is, why don't you do something like a tribute in memoriam, maybe a corner in the library for toddlers, because Andrea used to go there all the time with the kids, well, once a week. A corner in the library, maybe pay for a little extension. It sounds extravagant, but no more extravagant than all the stuff that's going into Tom. And there could be a small little conservatory or something on there, little corner just made for the toddlers, and buying them books, a couple of little tables and chairs. Wouldn't that be nice? Maybe purchasing a bench, if it's allowed, in the cemetery, because I'm going to get a bench for Alfie. I think we're only going to be able to do it on the right on the verge, not right next to the grave. But people could inquire and see whether that would be allowed. A couple of benches, so that when the children come and they've got a little plaque on for Andrea. Wouldn't that be nice? Maybe even a light and a couple of bushes. Just stop sending parcels. Stop attempting, some of you, Kathy Bates, attempting to inveigle your way into the Mills family, because unless you're the girlfriend, there's no way that you'll ever be part of that family. And to do the things you're doing. And wasn't it said by a certain someone that you were a crazy stalker? I read that somewhere. I don't know whether it's true. But people could be forgiven for thinking that. And, you know, surely you're not so unfulfilled in your own personal life that you've got to go and, as I say, inveigle your way into the lives of Tom Mills and his family. All of you people, I will say, who shouts anybody down who has a differing view. And I'm sure, yes, there was one comment left for me and it disappeared. So if you're going to make nasty comments, at least leave them there so that other people can see them. But you call anybody who isn't, you know, sucking up to this channel and this man, and even after he's insulted you all by his manner, and you're still there clucking away. Have some self-respect. Don't allow this entitled, narcissistic person to insult you. Help Andrea's children. Make a memoriam to her by all means. Support the channel. But don't demean yourselves. And Kathy Bates, you certainly need to involve yourself more in your own family life, your own children, your own husband. How would you feel? It's a horrible thought. How would you feel if anything happened to him tomorrow? After the way you've been behaving. You're a married woman with children. Act like one. Back later.